Earlier in the video we hinted that all our charging might be free today, and the reason for this is a little bit convoluted, but I'll try and explain it as sort of quickly as I can. Welcome back to the Wisely Automotive YouTube channel. The clip you've just seen is from our Castle Combe track day video that we posted a few weeks ago, and if you've watched that, you'll know that Martin rudely cuts me short just as I'm about to start ranting all about Teslas and the transfer of ownership process. But don't worry, here's the whole video in full. With Teslas, the bane of our lives is getting ownership of them, sort of as far as Tesla are concerned. Obviously, we get a V5 to prove, that we own the car, but it's not in our name. That's how it works with selling cars in the UK. It's what's known as pass to trade. Now, Tesla refused to accept a V5 that isn't in your name as proof of ownership. So there are scenarios where we cannot get a Tesla that we've bought, 3S, Y, anything, onto our Tesla app. So I'll go into the implications of that in a second, but the reason for it is most of the time because the previous owner, before they've part exchanged it into a different business or sold it to We Buy Any Car or any reason, they've kept ownership of the car in the app. They haven't deleted the car from their app. And until that's done, the car can't go into a sort of unclaimed mode in which we can claim access. Now, when we're looking at Model 3s going through auction or being sold, mostly in the trade, if we're buying direct from the previous owner, then that's fine because we can ask them to do a transfer into our account, and that bypasses the whole V5 thing. But when we're buying them from trade and we don't have access to that, or that direct access to the previous owner who might still have access, the only real kind of way to know, and even then it's not for sure, but if there's a little message on the screen just here under the car that says supercharging disabled or supercharging payment method missing, it's something like that, then there's a good chance that when you go to add the car on the app, it'll still ask you to scan on documents, but actually you can scan on anything and it automatically gives you access, and then the car appears in the app. But if it doesn't say that, then we've got no access. Now, why is that a problem? Well, for a start, supercharging we'll go into in a second, but as part of our kind of job, we're trying to get the cars ready for sale, get them prepared to, the right standards, make sure there's no niggles and stuff like that. Now, on out of warranty cars, we replace reversing cameras, we replace wishbones, we do what we need to get the cars up to scratch. But if they're under warranty, then obviously it makes sense to get that done by Tesla. But how can you get anything done by Tesla? You have to book it in via the app, and if you don't have access through the app, we can't do our job, and that's a shame because it means we're essentially selling cars and telling customers, oh, as soon as you've got access, by the way, your camera's a bit blurry, so just get that done, and oh, by the way, I don't know, your steering wheel's starting to have an issue here, which is quite common on Model 3s and covered under warranty. But without that access, we can't do that groundwork and get the cars up to the standard, and it makes for a really awkward and disappointing experience for everyone. Now, in some cases, these are Teslas which we've bought from auction and they've been sent to auction by Tesla remarketing themselves. So it wouldn't be difficult for them to trace ownership, contact the auction house to say, oh, can you confirm that a company called Wisely Automotive bought this car? But this has been going on for years. And like I say, it's really disruptive. In some cases, we've had to add ourselves as an owner on the V5, which slightly affects resale value, but that's the only way we can submit documents with which Tesla will grant us access. But until then, it's just pot luck. And now let's just think about the implications of this for both parties. For the previous owner, who has held on to access for amusement, intrigue, see what's going on, there's not much sort of downside for them apart from, well, firstly, there's some kind of GDPR breach there. Although as a personal consumer, I don't know exactly what those implications are, but they shouldn't really see where another person is and have access. But the other thing is, obviously, if we roll up to a supercharger and plug in, they're paying for it, and this is what's been happening today with Angela. Well, until 78%, and I'll talk about that in a second. The implications for us and for who we sell it to for a week or two while they wait for their V5 to arrive are really severe. That person, in this case, let's say Angela, whoever this Angela person is, she, he, whatever, can open the car, drive away with the car, change the heated seats, turn on valet mode, Martin, I think. Yeah, turn on valet mode, adjust the music, set preconditioning, access the glove box, and that is, and also track the car live, speed. It's a really invasive, position to be in, and often the new owner doesn't even understand that. But for us, it causes a lot of problems. Often we've walked into the showroom in the morning and a bonnet's been open, or a boot's open, or something, and it feels awful because someone's got access to your property. And like I said, this has been going on for about 2.5, 3 years. I've sent emails this long to Tesla trying to get them to understand that this is a serious breach. And I appreciate, with how important the Tesla app is to ownership, I appreciate that it needs to be more secure than with a BMW, where you just get the app and it sends a code to the car, and within minutes you've got access. But you still can't drive away with the car. You still need the key and stuff like that. But here, okay, there need to be some kind of safety nets, but they need to develop some kind of program for reputable resellers, because it's going to cause problems, and there's going to be cases of cars stolen or intruded by previous owners. Now, one thing so wherever possible, we try to get the car in our app, so we can get anything done that we need, but also so that when you come and collect the car, we can do that same transfer to you immediately, and you're driving away able to supercharge, able to not use the card key all the time. That's the only way in at the moment. So because otherwise, for the first 2 weeks, you've got a pretty pants experience, and also you're blissfully unaware of the fact that some other person could just come and pinch your car or get in it. So we try whatever we can, and one of the things, unfortunately, we have to do is just kind of force the previous owner into going, okay, enough now, let me delete it. Here, if we look, so this one we've had about a week or two. You used to see an email address there, which was really useful. We could email them and say, look, this is the situation, can we please resolve it? There's no need for you to have access anymore, and by the way, would you like reimbursement for the last supercharge or whatever? But now I think in the last few we've had, it's the sort of first bit of the emails obscured, so unfortunately that method's gone. Sometimes we can go into sort of Spotify, and at the bottom of Spotify it shows an email address. I mean, it's awful, and I feel terrible that we have to do this, but hopefully you can understand why. And failing all that, it's a case of rapid supercharging a lot of times repetitively until someone goes, okay, this is now costing me money. Now, in this case, we've done 100% charge. I did 100% charge on the day I collected it. That was about £10. Last night, we stopped at Membry Services, and how much was that? Do you remember? It was about £20? It was £25, something like that. Got all the way up to 90% or whatever our limit was, and we got that for free. And then today, we've come back pretty much expecting to have, for the charging to keep going. But it looks like whoever's in control has actually stopped it. And now, if I click start charging, I think that person, whoever they are, so we're ramping up, we're getting a bit of charge. We've got 30 minutes left to 100%. Obviously, we're not going to stay that long. But yeah, we'll just see. I think it's going to be the amount of time it takes this person to get the notification on their phone and open the app and click stop charging. Because before we started filming this segment, we kept doing it, and sort of every 10 seconds it was stopping. And it's nothing wrong with the charger. We've spoken to other people that the chargers here are fine. But we'll watch this. But I have a feeling that's what's happening. And whoever you are, why not just remove the car from your app? Why not? What's the obsession with monitoring a car you've sold? It's just not moral, and it's costing you money. So anyway, rant over. But yeah, I had to get it off my chest, and we've been trying to think of a way of doing a dedicated video, but this is actually the perfect opportunity. But anyway. Maybe Angela's just slightly distracted because it looks like she's giving us a bit more charge. We'll give you an update if anything changes. We managed to get another 4% before Angela checked her phone, so now let's Click start charging. So we've got another £2. We're ramping back up. So this person has got the phone in their hand going, oh, someone's charging my old car. Yes, we are. Delete the car. Please delete the car. I want to pay for this. I want to pay for this supercharging session. I don't get enjoyment out of this. What can I say? It's a laughable system. She's getting faster. She's getting faster. So the only problem here is when we come back, she's obviously going to be alert to this and she's going to keep interrupting the charge. So we're going to have to use the grid serves or go to the Ionity charger. Why are we having to deal with this, you know? And why is this person, rather than investing time into constantly stopping my charges after 10 seconds, not just clicking remove vehicle? With over 80% in the battery, we have more than enough, and we head back to Castle Combe to do some more laps. Check out that video if you want to see how a Model 3 fares on track. However, as I head back to the pits, there's a development.
Yes, no worries. So basically what you need to do is, if you go into your Tesla app, there you need to click onto your account. So it's the kind of top right hand corner, you click your profile icon. And then at the if you scroll all the way to the bottom, I think there's a section which says add or remove products. Yeah, we will try adding it now. Likewise, obviously, we will refund all the charging. I think we may need to charge the vehicle once more today. That's correct, exactly. No worries, thank you very much for getting in touch with us.
Angela.
Yes.
How about that?
Yeah.
Well, you know, it works because look, there it is. So this is what we want to see. And for anyone wondering how we managed it, Angela, please call, and then our phone number, and then Martin's direct dial. So she has done what she should have done, which is remove the vehicle from her app, and now we're seeing this. So now we're going to add a vehicle. We're going to enter the VIN. We've got to change the name of the car to GAE. So we'll change it from Angela, please call our number, to GAE. Save. Give that maybe a second or two. And now we're going to click next. Now we're just going to put in our details. Okay, next. We're going to attach our proofs. And there we go, your vehicle will be added to your Tesla app. And in a few seconds, that's just disappeared. So now we've got access. That's what we should have had from day one without distressing poor Angela and now having to arrange a refund to her. Anyway, I doubt Tesla are watching this, but if they are, please do something to support dealers trying to do the right thing, because this is not a sustainable system, especially as, you know, more cars become used vehicles and go into the used car sort of ecosystem. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching.